Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. We are back with another Hashgraph Hustlers series, and I'm here again with Ash. If you hopefully joined last week, we're going to be finishing what we started.
Yeah,
Ash,
we are. Huh?
Have you got anything to say before we get straight into it?
No, it's nice seeing we had a successful hackathon. We're working through all the teams right now, and we're going to be doing judging, I think, on the 20th and 21st of May. So we're going to whittle down the entries to the final ones to make it to the second round, the demo day round. And yeah, we're going to have 2 days of demos and judging, and it's been a lot of success. It's been a lot of fun.
I mean, some of the projects I've had a quick glance. I still need to go through my filtering, but I've had a quick glance at them, and I thought some of them look pretty impressive. So yeah, the demo is going to be big. We've got some awesome guests. I think we've got some VCs coming on who are being guest judges. We've also got, obviously, working very closely with Eliza. Part of one of our hackathon streams was the Eliza plugin, utilizing the Eliza plugin. So they're going to be coming on as well. Some people from their DevRel streaming via their account. Obviously, come watch on the Hedera stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a really good day.
Yep, I agree. You know, last time we got blocked a bit by Replit and their AI agent, and it took us way too long to figure out how to do event detection and through those rings. But at the end of it, ChatGPT bailed us out, and I think we're in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, well, Ash, you'll be happy to find out that I've got everything set up on Cursor.
Yeah, let's
go. So we're no longer going to be bound by Replit. I think we were pushing its boundaries a bit there. I'm going to still assume the best. I mean, what I've seen people use Replit for is mainly just for basically CRUD apps, sort of simple software as a services, which are just CRUD stuff. But I guess when it comes to the gaming, it's a bit more of a challenge. So anyway, we've got everything up and running over here. This is just the literal repo container that we were working on in. This is the literal repo that we were working on Replit. We've got our server code, our client code, all of this important stuff. And we're going to be doing the final piece of the puzzle, which is integrating the Hedera airdrop functionality. But let's remind people with the app at the moment, because obviously it's absolutely legendary. Let me switch it over. So localhost.
Because I believe, just while you're getting that set up, Jake, I believe where we left off last time, we did get detection of the rings counting properly. We were just working on the game over state and screen, right?
Yeah. So we got event detection right. As you can see, when I've got 10 points for passing through.
Okay.
And then
Yep. All right.
So as you can see, it's not rewarding us a point. If we then go over here, but there's a but, and then if I go over, it's not going to give us a point. So we've got the maths right, the maths of going through the hoop and sort of giving a virtual point. But from the perspective of actually, it's obviously not finishing at the right time. And there's also another bug. If you go through all the way, then if you go all the way through, then it ends a bit early. And it the maths is a bit dodgy. Okay. I think we're going to be able to resolve all of this with some more powerful LLMs. So at this point, it will say, "You finished." Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it looks like we got two things. We've got better identifying the finished state, and we have better just the UI popping up that congratulations, you finished the game, or game over, just from the game perspective. And then we can start working in all the tokens after that.
So I mean, what do you think? So definitely got the HTS integration. I mean, do we go for the HTS integration now? Because I'm thinking of the Hedera.
We can. We can go ahead and do the HTS integration. I think we're far enough along that it makes sense. And then if we have time, we can start beautifying the game a little bit.
Exactly. I think it'd be good to just get some Hedera stuff. I mean, after all, we are streaming on the Hedera channel. Okay, let me just make this a bit prettier for some of the watchers. Now, my fear is that we're going over to a brand new IDE. It doesn't have any context.
Mm.
So I was thinking maybe a good initial step would be to use. Have you heard of Codex?
Not since my DVD ripping days in 2006.
Yeah. So I think it's a different thing.
Okay.
Codex is Microsoft's CLI tool. So it's if I go to
Okay.
Codex, OpenAI, Codex Sinaiticus, that's interesting. Essentially, it's a coding agent that runs on the CLI. Now, I've used it quite a lot. I will be honest. I mean, there's probably been. I mean, they're updating a lot. Let's update to the latest version.
Does Cursor not have the ability to have project-wide context though?
Well, I'm not sure if it's rolled out yet. I think there's still sort of like some. I think that feature for it to be really good, because it's quite a hard problem to solve, because there's a lot of context in there. So it's like ordering stuff in priority. Now, the reason why I bring up this OpenAI Codex is I've not found it to be very good for actually coding, but what I have found it really good. Where I have found it really good is actually when it comes to giving like an analysis of the repo. So I'm just going to try. I'm going to say Codex, and maybe we should create a prompt. I think explain this code base to me, and what I say is output a file. So explain this code base in such a way that an AI agent will be able to understand its structure and build on top of it. And then I think if we go output your findings in codebase summary.md. Hopefully, I'll create it just in case. Won't give you an excuse. Codebase underscore summary.md. Okay, let's hit enter. And yeah, it should sort of cook in the background. It's using GPT-4o Mini. Yes. There we go. And it does, yeah, it's picking up my application correctly. Yeah, so while that's going in the background, I guess, I'm hoping this time, if we use something like, what model should we use, Ash? What are you feeling today?
What models do we have access to?
So we've got 3.7 Sonnet Max, 5 cents per use. Just normal 3.7, that's free. Gemini 2.5 Pro, Gemini 2.5 Pro Max, that's also 5 cents. Then we've got the big boy 03, 30 cents per request.
Gemini 2.5 Pro is no additional charge.
This one is no additional charge. The Max one, which has maximum intelligence and context.
Yeah. Okay. I think let's just use the standard Gemini 2.5 Pro.
Okay. Mate, I don't mind whipping out the wallet though, spending 20 cents in that.
I don't know. I'm not reimbursing you, that's for sure.
Hey,
how's your mouse?
Bro, I've still got this one, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to buy another one. You're making me jealous, bro.
Oh, you know what's really bad, mate?
No.
Oh my
God. Oh man, careful, mate. I can beat you off this stream. So. Oh man. Okay, cool. So
and what's the goal of using Codex here? I was really hoping that Cursor we'd be able to drag and drop into Cursor, load our project in here and get straight to it.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? Like, I did it in here. Code base.
Like I mean, I think the first thing we need to work on is making the ending dialog box that pops up when it ends just usable, because right now it's not usable.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it's done, and it didn't even save it in the file. So
that's because that's just going to be in one file, that game over screen pop up. And so I think we just jump into that, and even if Cursor, I haven't used Cursor in a long time. If Cursor only has visibility to a single file at a time, I mean, that should be good for what we need to do for the the game over screen.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, then yeah. So let's do that. I think the game over screen. I know where it is. It's inside of lib components UI and then interface. I think there's like this interface file, and we can see level complete. Okay, yeah. Let's get straight into it. So what do we want?
Yep.
We want the text box which adds the we want the text box which adds sorry, in the finishing screen we want a text box where you can put in your Hedera token ID, your Hedera account
ID. Yeah, I think it should say you have earned, take the points integer and use that to you have earned that many tokens.
Right.
Enter your Hedera account ID or something like that, and then it should have a send button.
I'm going to put some background tunes in as well. Actually, it should have been.
Oh yeah, well we're not vibing yet. We're not vibing. God, we're not even.
We're going to put some background tunes and let's go feeding the ducks.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we're back.
I knew we were missing something, bro.
Things are making a lot more sense.
Okay, so we've got the score, we've got the rings passed. I mean they're directly correlated. So oh no, actually maybe not. Maybe rings passes even if you pass it, even if you've not got the point. Let's turn it down a little bit more.
I mean, I think we should also just run the game and get a screenshot for what it looks like right now. If we're able to paste screenshots into the cursor agent chat, because
I think
it's a little bit wonky right now.
Yeah. So what is it that you'd be looking to get out of out of having it on the
just so that it sees what it currently looks like, because it's unusable at the moment.
Oh, the final screen, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the final screen. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And it looks like our only. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'll just take a screenshot of that.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to let's add that in there. So yeah, you can add an image. Now, the way that they suggest we break it down is, when I say they, I mean like the Vibecoding committee.
Yeah.
First, you use I think it's called the Grand Cursor Council. They say use the Command L, so use like the chat to then sort of plan it and then implement it using the agent. So we'll go.
Okay.
Currently, here is a code base for a web-based application. We need to extend its functionality with the Hedera token service. The main objective is to issue, to airdrop a token or airdrop tokens based on airdrop tokens to the player.
Users, I would say the players supplied Hedera account ID.
Yeah. So they will supply their Hedera account ID via text box. So no wallet connects.
Yeah.
No wallet connects yet. The amount of tokens they receive will be proportional.
Just the same as the number of points they've earned.
Okay, and then
I was just gonna say the user should only be able to request the tokens once at the game over screen. Although maybe we can add that restriction in later.
Let's
edge case later.
First of all, I want to let's see how it sort of comes up with the plan. We'll go analyze the code base and create an implementation plan. Plan on how we can deliver.
Do you have the token ID that we're going to use?
Yeah, I've got one which we can use. Yeah, which we can deliver. We can deliver the requirement. Do not do any coding yet.
Yeah.
Oh no! Stop! I'm going to use 3.5. Let's give this one a go. Go on. Let's do the max for the planning. We'll do max for the planning, and then we'll go freebie for the implementation. So what frustrates me about this sometimes is that the thought process, like, sometimes the thought process is better than the actual output. And then they just give me the output. It's like, okay. Okay, it's done. So I've analyzed requirements to create Hedera token. Allow players to receive an airdrop of Hedera-based token equivalent to their in-game score. Players will provide their Hedera account ID via text box on game completion. So we didn't even say that, but it seems like it's picked it up.
Yeah.
So, front modified chat completion component. Adds input field. Yeah, that's good. You will likely need input component. Cool. Add claim tokens button. Yeah, makes sense. Introduce React state variable with game completion screen to manage the value of the account. Yeah, okay. Loading state makes sense. Button logic, claim token should be initially disabled. Yeah. And then user feedback, backend implementation. Interesting. Yeah, so it's done that now. This scares me a bit because here it's saying, like, I'm not sure if the server's not very extensive at the moment. I mean, we could probably add some endpoints in here. Routes to. Oh no, it looks like we can. Yeah, it looks like we can do it in here. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Because what we're doing is we want the back end to manage the transfers of the tokens because it's going to be the one signing each of the transactions.
Yeah. We definitely want the back end.
And we're not going to add a security layer right now, right? so this is just going to be an API endpoint that gets called and requests the back end to transfer X number of tokens to a certain account ID.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's given an alternative. So it said client-side Hedera logic for prototyping only, with strong security warnings.
I mean, I guess we could do it that way if we really wanted to for prototyping.
I think we should. It's given a good plan for a more
for using the back end.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. We don't need to do like sort of that API security section.
Yeah.
But it probably makes sense to go for the first approach. So it's done that, and yeah, this is kind of redundant. Okay, let's now go then. Should we go for the front end first? Do the front end stuff first?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. This is a good plan. Let's go down the route of backend and client side functionality. Begin with the okay, and then we need to switch model. Let's start with the front end stuff. I mean, is there anything that we need to specify, or is this? I think that does everything, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. For now, we'll see where it gets us.
Yeah, and then do we have input over here? Yeah, we've got input. Okay, I'm just gonna paste it in as well, just to make sure that no risk of hallucination. Okay. And then I think after that, I mean, so I guess while it's doing this, let's have a think about in terms of the cleanup stuff that we can be doing. We've got, well, we're doing this first. What else could we improve to just make the game sleeker? I think there's specifically it's
we need to build better state management for when it's game over.
Yeah.
Because right now, if you miss a single ring, it just doesn't know that the game's over.
Right, exactly.
But at least we have a game over state right now, so we can add the HTS tokens, but it's really janky.
Yeah, for sure. If any ring is missed, game over isn't detected.
No, I don't think if any ring is missed, it's game over. Like if you miss a ring, you can continue to try to get the rest of the rings. It's when the last ring is either missed or hit or counted, the game's over.
Yeah. No, that's the same thing as what I think. What I mean here is like, if you've missed one ring, at the end of the game, it's not detected. It still just goes on, isn't it?
Yeah. If you missed all the rings, you still get to go through the game. But we just need that once you pass the last ring.
Yes.
So
That's
the
a better way.
Yeah.
End game once the last ring is passed, no matter the score.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Well, we can keep working on that. I'd see it's come up with the changes. Let's have a look. Let's save that for the time being. So we have got this input. Cool. It's added Hedera account ID state is loading state. Claim message. It's looking good. Handle claims tokens. At the moment, it's just done a dummy implementation.
Of the token ID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just for the endpoint.
Yeah.
Because for the endpoint, just a dummy one. Set claim message, cool, and then it's pretty simple. That's a good first start. I think that's everything. Let's save that. Do we need to rerun it? Oh no, it's done it automatically. Okay, we'll refresh it and then. We're going to need to get some new tunes soon, though.
Yeah, I think we got one more rip in us.
We definitely got a few more. One or two, but I think
a
couple of Hashgraph Hustlers are going to need to get some open source music.
Yeah, some lo-fi girl or something, maybe.
Okay, boom. So we need to improve the UI as well. Right, I am clicked in there. So enter your Hedera token ID. Does it have any validation?
Validation for the number of tokens versus the number of points.
No, I meant for the in case you put in something wrong. Like if you do once, without, I don't know, if you do 0.0 ABCD as opposed to number.
Oh, yeah, I think we can probably skip validation for now.
Yeah, okay. I accidentally restarted it. Okay, it should end now. So we've got 0.0.12345 claim. Failed to claim tokens. It's a 50% chance that it works or fails. There we go.
I'll take those odds.
That's a bit dodgy. Why is that doing that? Oh, transaction ID, test ID. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, let's go into the next step then. I mean, I think we can go for the back end now. I think we can do the back end at the moment and then do the logic there.
So are we okay with our current janky in-game state just to get us at an in-game state?
Yeah, I think we can push on. I mean, maybe we can spend some time refining this UI a bit because it looks, you can't really see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's do that and then we'll go, okay, looking good before we progress to the completion screen. It is transparent and not very visible. Make it better. We haven't
used Make It Better yet. I think that's always a good one.
Yeah, make it better. Are we getting any special guests on today, Ash?
Not that I'm aware of. We can I can fish around and see though.
Yeah, if you're watching, you're interested in joining. Do you know I was speaking with Pluto earlier? Maybe we could do the royal double. Let me see if he wants to jump on.
All right.
He's the proper Vibecoder, man.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't think he writes any code anymore.
Oh no.
No, I'm spitting. Probably not. He probably still writes a lot of code. Bro, that's even worse, isn't it?
See, that's what I'm saying. I think we need to take a screenshot of that and be like, look, it's difficult to see.
You've made it work.
The end screen. Yeah. Are we able to? Yeah, there we go.
Use lighter colors. Yeah, do you know I did background black? That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
I omit that. Okay. Current. Use less colors. That is illegible. Have a quick peek at some of the comments.
Hey Jake, do you have our YouTube link? I want to check that. I want to check those comments out too.
I've just. I think. Can you see the links at the? Maybe you can't. I'll send it in our private chat.
Cool. Thanks.
That's the YouTube.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, it's done there. Hey, wow! Look at that.
Yeah, there we go. That works. Yeah, that works.
That's like a bang average UI.
Yeah.
When it was that delta has made it look amazing.
Yeah.
That delta has made it look amazing. Okay, wicked. Awesome. Do you know what? Looking good.
Yeah, we are looking good.
Great. Accept file. Okay, let's move on to the back end now. Now, so what Cursor are looking to integrate is this ability to fork, because really for me, ideal case would be I go over here, and then I fork, because all of this UI stuff is irrelevant. Do you see what I mean? Like it's just adding sort of unnecessary context.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But I remember seeing that they were like prototyping it, but I don't think it's been shipped yet. So I might even.
So is our button hooked up now? Is it calling a function to actually, or is it just the UI side? Do we just need to hook the button up to the back end now?
Yeah, we've got a button. So really what it is, here we go. They've got that gap placeholder for API call. We now need to create the API.
Yep.
And we also need to make sure that we're calling the API with that button. So.
Yep.
I'm gonna restart it from here.
Okay.
Because I think it's. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's now go. Let's now implement the backend API and add the. So okay, we're going to specify in the file. So I think we're using server index. That's the right one. Routes. What do you want to do in here? The routes file and add the API call in interface. And then I want to specify here because it will probably default to a transfer transaction. So I want to specify. Specify airdrop.
You should probably even copy the airdrop function's name and the required parameters into it.
So what I'm going to do here, yeah, and this is mainly just as a bit of alpha for those watching. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to go to Hedera HiveMind, So for those of you who are developers, you're building on Hedera. Hedera Hivemind is a really good resource for Hedera Hivemind is a very good resource for accelerating your time to build on Hedera, purely because it's a custom GPT which is attached to the latest documentation, the latest GitHub repos, all of that stuff. I think if we were just to ask the default chat GPT, would just hallucinate, whereas Hedera Hivemind knows about all of the latest features. So I'm going to say create a quick summary that can be as context to an AI coding agent on how to use the airdrop transaction API. Is it right? Let's do that. So he's searching its knowledge. It's got all of the docs and whatnot, all of the GitHub examples. Isn't it token airdrop transaction?
Token airdrop. Yeah, I think it's token airdrop.
Okay, maybe I was overhyping it then. I'm pretty sure it's token.
Is it token airdrop transaction?
I think so. Yeah, it probably will have transaction. Token airdrop. Token airdrop transaction.
Okay.
Oh man, I feel bad for saying that it was the shizzle. It should have corrected me here, really.
Yeah, I'm not sure how often the Hivemind gets updated.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we updated it recently. Maybe okay. Well, maybe it's not been that recent. But okay, let's just do this claim airdrop. Token, core concepts, SDKs. Just show the SDK API. I'll double check that it's. Huh. Don't even have it in here. Airdrop a token. Okay. So here are the docs to airdrop a token. I'm just going to copy and paste this in. Let's say if you go on the interface for the airdrop logic, use the and what else? I mean, I think that's pretty much everything. It should be able to work everything else out. I guess we'll specify the token ID as well.
Yeah, you've already got it created.
Yeah, I've got loads of testnet tokens which we can use.
Okay.
We'll use jQuilcoin. Where is it? Token ID. Bash. Continue without reverting. Yeah. I mean, really, they should add in that fork feature because that's really useful. Base comment. Facts.
Just facts.
Appreciate you, Dan.
Vibe facts,
man. Top tunes again. Yeah, facts.
Facts again. Yeah.
Let's switch it up while it's cooking.
Yeah.
I think daydreaming was a bit. Oh, we could go for some night driving.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Do we already have? I think we already do have Hashgraph SDK. Doesn't it that we do? Install that. Okay, install that. Once that's done, or if it's already installed, insertion resolve front end. Now change handle claims token. Key reminders for you: install Hedera SDK. Set these environment variables, Hedera network, defaults to testnet. Don't you see that? Keep your treasury private key. Yeah, cool. Ensure your Express server. See, this one, I think it should check that itself because it's just like over here. But it's a good call out. And it's already sorted out. Cool. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the source code.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got, this is in the route. We now have const token ID. That's what I gave it. App.post API claim dash tokens takes the score in the Hedera account ID. I mean, obviously that's not secure at all because everyone could just ping it.
Yeah, we're not adding any anything to the back end to check that right now.
No, definitely not. There's definitely bigger priorities. Client stuff, that's looking good. Probably want to use from string, specify whether it's ED or ECDSA. Token airdrop transaction.
Wait, what's that, ED or ECDSA? Well,
just over here, you'll see over here, there's like a, once we install the Hashgraph SDK, we'll see that this throws up like with an error or saying that it's deprecated because preferred ways. Okay, yeah, it's pretty simple stuff, isn't it? And then yeah, wicked. Okay, let's accept that. And then over here, we're fetching that endpoint. Looks pretty good. Sweet. Okay, so let's do the setup now. I'm gonna install my Hashgraph SDK. And then in the environment variables file, what is it? We need treasury. Treasury private. Okay, so yeah, now if I just head back over here, this is what I was talking about. We see this like deprecated sign. So
yeah,
this
we can still use it, but it's just not preferred, right?
Yeah, exactly. You still can use it, but actually, if you were using ECDSA keys, we wouldn't be able to use it because that defaults to ED25519. I'm going to plug in my environment variables elsewhere, even though my testnet keys are definitely out there. Private key. Boom. Right, okay. I think we're good to rumble. Ready to rumble.
Let's rumble.
So got it up and running. Now I'll get another hashback wallet up. So we'll transfer it to
just a new testnet account.
Yeah, new testnet account. This one, I don't think it's got any. I don't think this has got a. I don't think this has auto associations.
That should be fine.
Which is good.
That's preferred. Yeah, that's preferred.
It's got unlimited anyway. So it should go through automatically. So let's paste it in here. I think we're expecting 60 tokens. Yeah, 60.
60. Yeah, we'll see if it gives us 6 or 60.
Great.
So we can figure. Oh no. Hopefully, it's just calling the wrong endpoint.
Well,
tokens equal.
We can test the endpoint.
Yeah.
Because let's go into Postman.
So what we're doing is, we were unsuccessful in sending the tokens, And so we're trying to figure out where the issue is. We're going to open up Postman or Postman, however you say it, and test our backend endpoint without having to go through the whole game.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's called API claim tokens, and it
What was
takes. Say again.
Yeah, what parameters it requires the
Oh, hang on.
ID and the
It tells us. So actually, it looks like it did get the. Looking at the logs over here. Treasury account ID or private key is not configured in environment variables. So I don't think it's pulling through our environment variables, which is an easy fix. For that, we just need to go import .env config. That should fix it.
Yeah, there we go.
And then I need to install .env. And there we go. So that should load in the environment variables. We can double check. I mean, we can still. That's not working. Strange. Huh. It looks like that seems to have messed it up a bit. And we could just hard code it in.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to see the private keys anyways because we're streaming.
Yeah, exactly.
So we could just hard code it directly into the file rather than put it in an ENV file.
Let's do. Export. Oh. And then boom. And over here. Boom. Cool. Okay, yeah, this should work.
Everyone, please know that we're taking a lot of security shortcuts here. Just to get done.
This is not production ready.
No. We're just trying to get it to work.
It's going so much more seamlessly with Cursor, isn't it?
Oh man, I was so disappointed in Replit.
That's strange. It's still Why is it doing this now? Access denied. Oh no, it's working. It looks like it's. Don't know. Looks like it's working now, though. I think.
That's the IP address of the backend.
Yeah, it's the server's running and it's serving the front end as well in the same.
Okay, right.
On the same thing. This is strange though.
Yeah, I wonder why that would change if we just updated how the environment variables.
I think there's some caching thing, to be honest. But anyway, I mean, maybe we didn't even need to do the .env thing. No, maybe we could have still kept it in, but whatever.
All right, so we'll run through it one time with the game UI.
Yeah. So yeah, we could have gone straight to the Postman, but I'm quite confident that this time it will work.
Okay.
So we're gonna give it to this account, paste it in, claim 60 tokens, successfully airdropped. Booyah. I mean, let's first check the wallet.
I mean, looking promising. Remember, it would be up in the
No, this has got auto associations on, so it should come
Oh, does
straight
it?
through. Bash, you got it.
Cool. Okay, so we got a decimal point there. It's not accounting for your decimals, but it looks good.
Right, exactly. So let's do that fixing. Let's go.
You must have 2 decimal points in JCoin.
Well, let's say, yeah, I think that's right. But obviously let's make it dynamic. So let's go, and this would be good for everyone watching. So use the Hedera mirror node endpoint to. Let's go. Currently, the token airdrop is not accounting for a token's decimals. Use the Hedera mirror node endpoint to find the decimals for the token.
Are you going to give it the mirror node endpoint?
I'm going to try it without.
Okay.
I think
it knows the token ID. Yeah, the token ID.
Yeah.
Very well. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not giving it the rest endpoint to go fetch from, and we're not telling it the value at that endpoint.
What I'm trying to ask it for. I mean, we could. I do have Firecrawl. Like I do have an MCP server here, which I think allows you to crawl the internet. So technically, we could get the agent to find the decimals and put it in. What I was thinking of doing is the agent writes the code, does the REST API call.
No, that's what I think we should do. We should just hard code this, but use the agent to write that code to go fetch from the mirror node.
Okay. Let's try that. Yeah.
Find the decimals, pull the decimals back in the response.
Yeah. Find the decimal. Search. Yeah, cool. Search the Hedera mirror node and find the decimals for our token ID. So it should hopefully search the internet here. Confirming. That's dodgy though.
Why's that?
Well, it's not doing the REST API query.
So what I found is best practice is like, just tell it we need to fetch the decimals for the token ID.
No. That's okay.
Yeah, that might be right.
Yeah, that is right for Hashscan.
Copy and paste that in your browser.
I'm pretty sure that's right, isn't it?
It looks right. Oh, it shouldn't be using Hashscan though. It should be using mirror node.
But still, it's like
yeah, 2 decimals.
Let's do auto search.
Yeah, so hopefully it comes back with the REST endpoint.
Yeah, something. It might be. No, do you know what it is? It's because I changed my API key for Firecrawl. Let's try that again. Let's go.
What's Firecrawl?
So Firecrawl is a special. I'm going to do this on a different screen. Firecrawl is a special. It's like a new SaaS. Here's what they say they are. Turn websites into LLM ready data, but they also have an MCP server. But it's just for scraping the internet. It's like, I don't know, supposedly better than just normal internet scraping.
If you know the endpoint, you could just drop that endpoint in there, just speaking to the audience.
Yeah, you could. I guess it doesn't. I think I was wrong. The API key is still there. So don't know why it's not working. Let's try to be a bit more handholdy then. So we'll go.
Yeah.
Use the /tokens Hedera mirror node endpoint to find the decimals for.
Yeah.
Token underscore ID. I mean, should we even give it the?
No, let's just see what it does. If it doesn't do this, then we'll give it the actual endpoint that it needs. Okay, so far so good.
It's testnet, you stupid idiot. Okay, it's getting me to do that. Let's run that. Hit the base. So yeah, I mean, there seems to be an issue with my fire. I've got a feeling had we done it with Firequill, it would have worked first time. Okay, great. Now, and then I had a whole prompt which.
Yeah. So now we're just going to tell it to account for 2 decimals when converting the points to tokens.
Yeah.
And we'll see if it needs us to tell it to multiply time. That means 2 decimals means multiply times 100, or if it can just figure it out.
Yeah, if it does need that, I'm not going to be impressed. So I've added 10 squared, 10 to the 10 squared. Ensure it's an integer. That's good. That's a good add.
Yeah, I think so. Let's run it.
Let's run that. Cool. Where'd it go? Let's use this one. Right, play again.
And we're off. Flying over our beautiful tundra. I mean, our beautiful terrain here.
Yeah, that's another thing which we can try and improve. Actually, that's like
It looks like engineering paper, all gridded out.
Yeah. Improve UI. Improve what's it called? The environment. It looks like it's not. Oh, it has done it. Okay, cool. So we've got this address. I kind of want to create a new account ID which doesn't do which doesn't have automatic associations, just to show people what it's like.
Yeah.
And,
okay. Once we get the amount, if this is correct with the amount, then we can definitely do that.
So we should have 60.6.
Yeah.
Huh?
Ah.
No.
Did we save changes?
I did, yeah.
10 times. Wait. No, that doesn't look right.
That's 10 squared. I mean, is that actually? I don't even know if you can do. Yeah, it works. That's weird. Amount to transfer. That to me seems like it should work.
We should print out token decimals and make sure that it's 2.
It's hard coded up here, though, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, why is it hard coded? Is that being overwritten somewhere? It should be going out to the mirror node and fetching that, not hard coded.
I thought. Okay, I thought you were asking the agent to do it.
Oh,
okay.
No. I don't think we need to get fancy here. We just need the code to go out, curl, and fetch the decimals, and then bring that value back.
Yeah.
The reason that we're doing this, while we could hard code this to 2 decimals, because we know we're only using 1 token. Best practice is to go take your token, go fetch it from the mirror node.
Yeah, for sure.
I wasn't talking to you, Jake. I was talking to chat. I mean, for our case, we could probably just set it to 2 because we know we're going to be using that token. Then we save an API call over to the mirror node.
Yeah.
But
it's very quick. This is a one-shot prompt.
Yeah, it should be.
Had I phrased it like this to begin with, it would have done it.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's going a bit overkill though, man. Like 5 lines of code. This is all thinking. Just use the fetch API, which is available in Node. Dingbat. Bro, what? This is what.
Dude, I think just undo all this and we'll just hard code this for now.
I mean, I think it should be all right.
All right, roll the dice here.
The dice, yeah. Let's go. Okay, so console logs, token decimals, and then let's also add some logs over here for the amount that it should be sending. Amount to transfer base. Okay, so let's go. Successfully fetched token decimals, so it's worked. But I mean, like, bro, I have no idea why it's using the HTTPS library as opposed to just using. Look how much boilerplate there is. Like, they need to stream it and then add all of the chunks.
Yeah.
It's like that's what the fetch APIs and Axios does under the hood, but it's just.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. So we've also let's.
That's all right.
Let's do it this time with Postman because I don't want to have to wait. And, what is it? API/claim tokens.
Yeah. So we're going to use Postman this time to test it, just because we need to iterate quicker on some of our tests rather than going through the game.
So the request body is Hedera account ID and score.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, even with this, like, I can just pick a random.
You deserve at least 100 tokens.
100, yeah. Yes. Let's do that. So we've been doing 60. I think 60 is the score that we've been getting, and we can.
I think you deserve 100.
All right. 160.
Now we're talking about 160. Wow. Don't spend them all in the same place. Does that number need to be in quotes? You need to pass that as a string?
No. Okay, it's come through. Invalid account ID.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing validation.
No, I think this is coming from the Hedera SDK.
Oh. Is it the client ID or the transferring to ID?
I think I don't know. 145. I have no idea where I got the ID from. Weird. Successfully airdrop 160 tokens.
That's it.
Yeah, transferring. Here we go. It should be doing it right.
Yep. Let's open up Hashpack. We should have like 161.2. Hey, yeah. Let's go.
Okay, sweet. So we've got that. Now let me see if I've got an account which has we can do it over here.
You want me to create? Okay, there you go.
I'll just create a new one.
Mm-hmm.
This is annoying. Let's do ED25519. Oops.
You're so hacked.
Oh no! Don't take my money. Don't take my testnet HBAR. This is also definitely never. This is what you should never ever do.
Ever.
Never ever live stream.
Ever.
With mainnet.
This is just testnet, you know.
You are currently using testnet.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I leave that disabled, God damn it! I need to.
You don't have any HBAR here. I can send you some HBAR, I think, from a testnet account.
If you can send it to 0.0.5838145.
Hold up a minute. Hey, why don't you get to the faucet? We can share everybody the Hedera testnet faucet.
Great idea. Which is like, I'm not gonna lie, definitely one of the best faucets.
I agree.
Because when you want to do stuff on ETH, man, like you've got
it's hard to find testnet ETH. I saw somebody selling testnet ETH.
Yeah.
Like for real ETH.
True. Even I remember, yeah, back when Gurley, obviously the main ETH testnet is now Sepolia, but back when Gurley, this is when I started developing on Ethereum. Back when Gurley was the main testnet, like literally it had a market value. Gurley.
Yeah, exactly.
So literally, in order to do this, portal.hedera.com/faucet, no authentication required. You just enter in your wallet address. It can also be an EVM address. So interestingly, you can have like a hollow account, an EVM address which doesn't yet exist on Hedera. This is a bit of a complex topic. You can transfer it to that EVM address. So if you're coming from any EVM chain, you're looking to do some development on Hedera, just take your existing EVM dev address, paste it in here, click receive 100 testnet HBAR, and as long as you're not a robot, it will fly through.
That's
and
right.
create your account. So now this should work.
Yep. Bam, there we go.
Awesome.
Okay, so no automatic associations, nothing. We're just going to airdrop these tokens, and they should show up in the little airdrop notification, I believe.
Yes.
In Hashpack.
So just to double check, no auto association over here. And if we let's just do it using the API, using the source posting again.
Okay, sure.
1.6.
All right. Yep.
Send. Now, interestingly, do you know what we should have done first? I should have done I swapped it out for a transfer transaction.
Because it showed how it failed.
Then we could have shown how it failed.
Yeah, that's all right.
But if we have a look over here, so on our actual wallet, and this is applicable for every wallet, give it a refresh. As you can see, we've got this notification in our inbox. There's one airdrop, JCool coin, 160 of them.
Yeah, so for anyone who is not very familiar with Hedera, maybe tuning in for the first time, Hedera has a feature called Token Associate, which requires the user to associate with a token before they can receive it in their wallet. This is different than your standard EVM experience where anyone can send you any token, at any time and it shows up in your wallet. We added support last year for airdrop transfer functionality because, the community, we listened to the community feedback and the community wanted the ability to airdrop more akin to what they're used to on other ecosystems. So we added this function, token airdrop transfer, that you can use to airdrop into someone's account, but they still need to approve it or reject it. And that's what you're seeing Jay do right here in the Hashpack wallet. So he has the ability to accept this one because it's not actually in his account right now, but it's waiting there in this pending state, think of it. Right. And so if this is something that he wants to accept, which he obviously does in this example, he can accept this. If it's some weird token that he doesn't want or doesn't care about, he can reject it, and it's never been associated with his account.
But actually, and I also want to show it on the mirror node side because I think this is also quite interesting. If you go over to the mirror node, what we'll see is that is it over here? Maybe we go to the. Oh, it's broken again. What I was looking for, I'm pretty sure there's a state over here where you can see the pending airdrops. Maybe it's on the actual transaction layer. Let me have a look on the actual transaction. So our
it would be on the account. Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see the transaction. What? I didn't copy it. I'm not. Why is it not copying? I don't know why it's not copying. Copy. There we go. So here we've got transaction token airdrop here. Yeah, and then we can see that is not. Oh, that's strange. I'm definitely in the past. You could see the. So if we have a look at this token airdrop, there's not actually any transfers going on because it is in pending. But for some reason, whereas over here, this is the account which has unlimited auto associations. There's pending airdrops in this one, but I swear there wasn't in my other. Maybe I've just been an idiot.
Did you already accept? No, you didn't accept it.
No, I've not accepted it. So you see how there's pending airdrop. This is what I was looking for. Pending airdrop.
Yeah.
It's there. Okay. Was that weird? Anyway, we can go back. Maybe it was there before and it was just missed out. But as we can see, there's this pending airdrops tab inside of Hashscam where we can see this exact pending airdrop. Now, in order to accept a pending airdrop, am I right thinking that you need to have a balance? Yeah, you need to have HBAR to accept it.
Yeah.
The association was paid by the sender, though, right?
The association and the transfer should have been paid by the sender. So I'm not sure what this.
So this is actually because there's a. If we go over to claim a token.
Oh, that's going to be it. Yeah.
You need to call this claim transaction. But in terms of the association fee, that gets paid by the sender, and it's just this new transaction for claiming an airdrop that needs to be paid for by this account. Obviously, if someone airdrops you a token or transfers you a token and you have unlimited associations, then they pay for the association fee and there's no claiming fee required because it's only association that's required. Do you want to swing around a bit of HBAR? I can transfer over. Oh, actually, I guess we can maybe even go back to the.
Yeah, I think we may be able to get back to the false because it's a different account.
Ah, look at that. They're generous, aren't they? 100 tests.
They are generous with fees of 0.0001 cents. This is gonna go a ways.
For sure. So here now, if I refresh this page, we'll see that we have obviously 100 HBAR minus whatever.
Yeah.
And no longer do we have a pending airdrop. We've actually got a fungible token. But look at this. This crypto transfer, that's not paid for by this account. It's paid for by 0.02, presumably because it's already been paid for before it.
Yeah, that's right.
And then here we're paying for this claim airdrop. This particular function,
which was 0.001 cent.
Yeah. So that's pretty cheap. Okay. How many we could do that? What's that like?
About 11 billion times.
Yeah, something like that. 11 billion times. Yeah.
I think it's close to infinite. But.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got our dialog box, our game over box. We've got our token being sent. It looks like we can spend a few moments on trying to get a better in-game state.
Yeah, I think we can do some optimizations on when it ends.
Because we got 50 minutes. And then whatever that, I think just some like in-game state and like some UI updates. Like what is that controls down there? That's laid over something. That's a UI laid over a UI.
Which bit you talk? Oh, this over here on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a bit dodgy there. Okay.
Oh, wait a second. I play again. I think that actually worked correctly.
No, that's because I skipped one. And it looks like we need to get this play again fixed as well.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe let's just let it run through.
So no,
Okay.
the reason why it's because I skipped one. So then it seems to think there's only 6. So when you miss one, and then it takes you all the way to the end. That makes sense.
Well, previously our only game over state was when you hit them all, and it would end right now. If you missed one and went through the last ring, it would go forever.
No. If you miss more than one, if you miss 2 or more,
We got some state change challenges.
Yeah. So let's go. By the way, I just got confirmed in the SDK. It talks about token airdrop quite a lot, so it doesn't necessarily use the word token airdrop transaction. This is a bit further back regarding what was created for us by token airdrop the first time. Yeah, but it looks like it was more accurate over here. It gave us like an actual example. Still looks a bit odd. Yeah. I think that still works though. I think that's a way of going. Is that even a way of going down it? Add token transfer. Set token. No, maybe it just doesn't have the right docs. That's not good. Okay. Anyway, let's go back. So right, what are we going to do? We've done that. HTS integration tick. Better identify the finish state / game over state. I think that's the top priority. Let's get straight into that.
I think so too.
So rightio. Okay, we might need to do a new planning approach. So let's go. Should we give GPT-3 a try? 03?
I mean, we can, but I'm been pretty impressed so far. I mean, okay, except for not using Axios and actually, chunking all that. That was kind of weird, but
that was crazy.
We can if you'd like, if you got a couple dollars burning a hole in your pocket.
Don't worry about me, bro. I'm good.
Woo!
I'm good. Okay, then let's go. Right. There is a major issue with our current, and I guess after that, maybe we could, rather than, there's other UI stuff that we can do, but I think a big improvement to the game would be making it harder, because obviously you can win it just by not touching anything. So maybe that's something which we can investigate, spacing out the rings of that. Which is,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, once we get a better in-game state validation, I think we can do that.
So what's the main issues? Currently, if I pass through all of the rings successfully, it ends the game 1 ring early. On the contrary, if I do not successfully, and I think it's going to be maybe a bit confused by pass as well. If I go through all the rings successfully, it ends the game 1 ring early. On the contrary, if I do not successfully go through the rings, i.e. I fly outside of it, the game never ends. Should be such that as long as all the rings are passed, either entered in or flown outside of, the game ends once the plane has passed all the rings. Let's create and implement Analyze the code. Which okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm also going to pass in some of the relevant context just to make its life a bit easier. So I think we have here is some context limited to but not excluding. Use this. How should I phrase it? So we've got airplane model. I think is going to be important. Game.
Chat. It shows you how important it is to be able to communicate clearly to AI. Right. This is back in my day. Oh, my wife hates it when I say that. But one of the skills that I tried to learn very early was how to use different flags in Google and search really well. And I could find things on the internet that other people couldn't necessarily find just because I learned how to speak Google, right?
Yeah.
It's similar with AI, even though it's getting better and better and better at speaking natural language. There's still a way that you lay out what you want to tell it, like background, or description, then how you ask it and how to put bullet points. And it's a real art. I know they say prompt engineering is dead, but man, I'm not so sure. I think for the next couple of years, it is still going to be very important to learn how to speak to AI, especially if you're programming, especially if you're vibe coding.
Yeah, 100%. And actually, I think another something useful to add to that is the fact that you need to be even more specific if just using the base model. So let's say you're using ChatGPT. What you should really do is you should give it the roles. Say you are an expert developer XYZ. Now, because Cursor is essentially an LLM wrapper, obviously with its own agentic tools, I am 99% sure that they have system prompts there which already do a lot of the work. But even still, when it comes to the implementation, you need to be really specific. So good example here is I know that pass is going to confuse it because pass might mean go through the middle. So just getting that technology worked out. But yeah, it's definitely a requirement because it's not as, sometimes it's impressive, sometimes it's painfully stupid, but all of it is a result of just not adding the relevant context to begin with. I think that's probably the main ones. Airplane model, ring model. Let's go for that, and then we'll hit enter. It's going to create the plan. Do not write any code yet. The thing is with O3, it's quite
it's going to be really smart.
Yeah, it's quite slow. So Pluto's just given some good. He said 3.5 is the best. I've heard this because what I've heard is
that too.
Cursor apparently they've really optimized everything for 3.5 because for a long time before O3 came out, 3.5 was like the go. But even technically 3.7 should be better than 3.5, I think. Might be wrong.
I mean, number go up.
Number went up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, I'm a bit of a OpenAI stan. I always find their models the best. And tell it make graphics look like real life.
Just tell it to make the metaverse.
Yeah. I see. I've got someone saying. I'm just going through some of these questions. So we've got brilliant. Vibe coding using what? We're using Cursor. Cursor is a IDE, AI powered IDE. We've had this is why every company needs a salesman. Is that because I'm not being a very good salesman or something, or whatever that? Yeah. And okay, we'll do some real life graphics later on. I think first thing we want to obviously do the state, then probably make it a bit more difficult. Then we can go and do that. We've got 40 minutes where we can cook. So what's the plan? Look at that, and here, like, it's very concise, which I quite like. The fact that it's so concise. So off by one bug, increment rings pass is called, then the code immediately does that because Zus stand updates synchronously. Okay, that makes sense, doesn't it? Incomplete pass definition. Increment rings passed is only executed when result equals success.
It caught that. I was wondering that's actually why I said what I said about speaking clearly to AI, because I wondered if it was going to think passed was passed successfully flown through or passed because we on the z-axis we pass it.
Yeah, well that's it. I clarified it. So I said the functionality should be such that as long as all of the rings are passed, either entered in or flowed outside of.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I did that clarification exactly because of that.
Yep.
And then we'll go, okay, so don't duplicate ring count constant. Okay, that's a pretty good implementation plan. Let's go for 3.5 sonnet. Look, it's grayed out for some reason. Why does that? Is that because it doesn't want you to use it?
No, it looks like you selected it now.
Yeah, weird, it's working now. Okay, cool. Great. Let's implement. And 3.5 sonnet's pretty quick, isn't it?
Should be. I mean, it's a state of the art.
Yeah, but it's not a reasoning model either.
Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's not a reasoning model. That doesn't mean we don't think you're smart, Sonnet.
No, on the contrary, Pluto thinks it's the best.
That's right. Or we think Pluto's the best.
Bro, big ups Pluto, man. And Pluto, the offer's open. I was Discording him just before. Join, bro. You can be the special guest. You can be the secret guest.
Well, not so secret if we tell everybody.
Go.
You know, while we're waiting here for AI to finish up, I'm curious if everybody watching, if you've got any ideas for future types of little games like this, or other types of applications that you'd like to see it, Jake and I vibe code, and then add various Hedera touch points to. It could be tokens, it could be writing to the consensus service. You know, you guys let us know in the chat.
Definitely. I mean, bro, I was thinking,
I think we should do this every Friday, Jake. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I think people are enjoying it.
Bro, they're doing well. It's getting good. It's getting good feedback.
Yeah. Even Charles, you know, the CEO of Foundation, he joined in earlier, and he's like, he loves tuning into these with you and I on Fridays. So
big up. Yes, sir. That's the guy in it. That's the boss. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm definitely. I have this blocked out in my calendar every single week, so I totally agree. Let's find new stuff to do. Something which maybe we could do next time, and we've not really got into too much detail, is X402. Have you seen that? Have you seen that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me. The code's ready. We can give it a try. And give that a little retweet. That's my guy. Oh, bro, Legends of the Past. It looks like it's coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, but anyway, I've got a post which sort of explains how I set the following up on. Where's it gone? Over here. Bash. Yeah. This is how I set up X402 on Hedera. It took literally no time at all. We could build a little app which uses X402.
I think so. All right. Somebody says, can you summarize what you've built before sign off? I missed the beginning. Where's the H bar come from? that the players received. Okay, sure. I can take that. So this is part two. Thank you for the question, by the way. Really great question. This is part two of our Game 5 vibe coding. Last week we were using Replit and had a very difficult time with the Replit agent, but we ended up getting there, and we built the little plane game and the rings that you fly through and counting the points, um, with the idea that we wanted to integrate a Hedera token, an HTS token. So not HBAR, but our own token, a rewards token, let's say, where you would receive those points in tokens. So, we've got Jake right here has 10 points, 20 points, by the end of it, let's say he's got 30, 40, 50 points. The Hedera integration part is where you would put your Hedera account ID, your address effectively, and click claim tokens. Exactly. And that's what we built today, right? So Jake got 40 points. Those points are going to be converted to tokens. And if he can remember his password and pulls up his testnet account, then you'll see that those 40 points get converted to 40 tokens that, just a testnet token that we created, and he gets rewarded out in tokens.
So if we go back over to the wallet, as you can see here, it says I've got 161. If I refresh the page, Gadoosh, 201.
Right, exactly. So, and while this game isn't going to win Game of the Year award, right? It just shows what we were able to do in a couple of hours vibe coding 2 Fridays in a row. And it doesn't require, $1 million, $2, $5, $10 million budget and a whole team to create little fun games. And I'm not saying this game's fun, right? But I'm saying that if we vibe coded this for another couple of days, it might get fun, right? Yeah. And you can create your own token, very easy, no smart contracts required on Hedera. And, you can publish a little game that rewards people in your tokens. And, okay, the tokenomics and the value of the token, all of that needs to be figured out eventually, right? Just like we would have to figure out our security and not showing all you guys our testnet private key. And there's a lot to do, but it just shows you how quickly you can get something spun up now with AI and integrate Hedera to it.
Yeah, spot on. That's a perfect summary. That's going to get clipped up. But I like that. So I think that pattern there, 03 for the plan, came up with a really concise plan. I mean, that's just like like I said, I'm a big OpenAI stan, and then boom, we had 3.5 Sonnet for the implementation. Bing bang bosh, no playing about, efficient, nice, and yeah, good stuff. I mean, did you see just then, Ash, that actually it's working fine? Like here, for example, we had a final score of 40. We missed some. It still passed. It was all working successfully.
Oh, let's restart it. I didn't see that. I was too busy yapping.
Let's go again. We need to do this. We need to fix the
okay, yeah, I'll restart. Yep.
But so let's say we miss.
Okay.
Rings 1 out of 7.
Yep.
Whereas before it wasn't going up.
Right.
We go up here. Oh, no, don't say that. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's working as expected. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking that we had the similar bug from last time.
See, it's still. Oh yeah, okay.
It's correct. It's working fine.
Okay. Boom. Yep. Boom.
And it ends. So that's.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That's some good stuff. We need to fix the play again button. That's broken. But
that might be the last functional thing we need to.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
There is.
I bet it one-shots this, by the way.
Issue with the play again button in interface, where when we click it, the game is not restarted correctly. Fix this. I would have liked to do a plan, but you said one shot, so we'll give it a try. We'll test out the capability of 3.5 Sonnet. Looks like it's done it okay.
Sorry, everyone. I've been eating here. out of the blue, my wife brought up a breakfast burrito, but instead of a tortilla, it was wrapped in fried cheese. So the whole burrito was like cheese, and inside was like eggs and avocado. So I couldn't pass it up.
No, you gotta have that hot, bro. You can't have that cold.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't have that cold. I mean, some treats from. These are from Turkey.
Nice. I need to get a new Hedera hat. Yeah, it's looking good. I lost mine at a conference one time.
Oh, good. Right, let's see how it did. Play again. It looked like it was better, but there was still the issue of it not playing.
Did you have to did you press the reload button?
No, I didn't at the time. So let's see how it does.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch up the tunes one last time.
Yep.
Let's go for Daydreaming. Play again. Yes, it's still paused.
Oh, okay.
Still frozen. So
all right. So maybe 2-shot.
yeah, we've got. But equally, had we done the planning, it might have been planned. And then it might have done it. So
it might have done it.
Now the airplane is back at the start. However, it is frozen and there is no movement. The problem is with resetting is game running to, okay. We'll see how this does. I mean, I'm not, okay, maybe it's, let's see. Let's see how it does. Oh, look. It's not, there's something else.
We gotta revert. It's just not clearing all the state. It looks like it's just trying to like restart, but it's not actually doing a state flush.
Yeah, let's have a look. I didn't give it a fresh reset, so maybe that's like there's some sort of bug there or something like that. Let's have a look. So should end the game now. Play again. Okay. It's done it.
Okay, all right. Let's make sure it's. See, it's not counting. That's what I'm saying. It needs to reset our counters or something.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. One step closer. Game is now moving after reset. However, the rings. Currently resetting the game, but each ring maintains its own is passed, which isn't being reset. Let's fix that by adding a way to notify the rings of game. Okay. Makes sense. Handle reset. Looking okay. Let's test this out now.
Feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling confident.
I guess the last thing, assuming this works, last thing we can do in the last 25 minutes is try to randomize the rings a bit.
Yeah, sounds good. So we should end now.
All right, come on.
Moment of truth.
Let's go. Let it run through. Let's go.
Let's try some fail cases though. We shouldn't get any score for this. Okay, we good, baby.
Yeah.
Good. Oh yeah. Let's go. We should try and deploy this in it. We should try and deploy it.
Watch out, Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're coming at you.
Bro, for real. Decentralized.
I mean, look at that graffiti. Look at that graffiti, or whatever.
What's it called?
No, it's not graffiti. It's
Not graffiti.
no,
It's
confetti.
Yeah. Confetti.
Oh, like
Queen's
he's gonna start telling me we need to use S's instead of Z's in words like analyze.
No, bro, the big one is tokenize.
Oh,
And I never give up.
the
Whenever
Z
I
just
write
looks so much
tokenize-
more official and tokenized. Just look at it. Look at it with the Z. Just
Tokenize, bro.
put a Z in there. Look at how much more official it looks. Oh, it's so nice. Look at that. All right,
Nice.
Cambridge Dictionary. I see you with a Z. Thank you, Cambridge
Crazy.
Dictionary.
I mean, literally, what you guys have done with the English language is just horrible. Absolutely horrible. It didn't give us the...
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay, that's interesting. So it didn't reset the final state, did it?
Yeah, it's like it.
So I did a fresh reset here. This should...
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see. We'll run through it twice then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm assuming this is going to work.
Yeah.
We should get a big 70 points for this.
Yep. Okay.
Let's do the claim. Boom. Cool.
The Hedera part of Vibecoding was way easier than the gaming part, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was so easy. I mean, I think even with Replit, I think it still would have been easy, but
I think Replit would have got, yeah. Hedera's just so easy because you just don't have to use smart contracts if you don't want to.
Exactly. I mean, this is what all of the big devs in the ecosystem. Okay, it's working fine. I don't know what happened there before, but I mean, most of the devs in the ecosystem who've sort of built awesome projects, they're using they came through using the SDK, didn't they? Most people didn't come through for EVM, so
yeah.
Well, that's the same conversation. That's the same conversation. Okay, sweet. So we've got this. Should we randomize the rings a bit?
Yeah, I think randomize the rings, but make sure it knows that they should remain in front of the plane, not like all crazy behind the plane and stuff. I think we should give it some restriction params.
So let's go.
You know what? Let's try this, Jake.
What?
Let's just say increase the difficulty of the game where the rings are have more random location or something, like throw it a bit of a curveball.
Well, actually, so how about we just go? We ask it, analyze the current code base, blah 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 blah. Identify ways where we can make the game more complex,
more difficult.
Difficult. What do you think about that?
Yeah. We want to make the game more difficult. What do you recommend?
What should we try? Like a
03 probably.
03?
Yeah, I think so.
This thing is, this will come up with ideas that we hadn't even thought of, I reckon. Analyze. We want to make the game. I think this has got some good context in it. It's got all of the stuff on the play button, game state, all of it. So we want to make the game more complex, more difficult. Without coding, identify some areas where the difficulty could be increased, and give an implementation plan to do so. So, bro, I was thinking, I'm not sure if we can even do it, but could we maybe, in one of these vibe coding sessions, look at some DeFi stuff? I've had my own little ideas here and there on creating sort of like automated liquidity managers. If you're maybe doing staking, sort of having some some agent or something like that, which monitors the position, withdraws liquidity, provides more liquidity to maximize the rewards on it. I think that could be quite fun.
Almost like an agent for Wi-Fi back in the day, like where you're finding all the best
Right.
yield.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Because bro, did you see that I made an MCP server for Source Swap?
I saw that. I haven't used it yet though.
Okay, let me show you that real quick. Well, we can have a look. Let's see what's come up with. But
yeah.
I did like a MCP server for Source Swap. It's actually open source, like anyone can use it. Totally open source. It's got the ability to. So there's a few things that it has. Let's create a new thing. It's got all of the Source Swap V2 pools as a resource. So this is just like extra context for the LLM, which means once you have this resource, then you can go swap 4 HBAR for Galaxy, and it figures out all of the token IDs, gives us the swap fee, calls the swap HBAR for token transaction, and then it's actually
how does it know when you say Galaxy? How does it know it's CLXY, and how does it know what the token ID is?
So that's all part of this context over here, which is fetching. That's part of this resource. So MCP servers, obviously they can expose tools, which everyone knows about, but they can also expose resources, and they can also expose prompts. And resources are essentially like a GET request. So all that we're doing over here, getting all
you're getting it from Saucer Swap then.
Exactly. So we're fetching over here, fetch raw pools data. That's coming from this Saucer Swap API. And then what we're doing is we're just basically making a bit more, there's a lot of unnecessary information.
Right.
But if we go over here, so as you can see, it's like contract ID, token A, the HBAR, the name, all of that stuff. And boom, 4 HBAR, received 19,000 Galaxy, transaction IDs over there. So that's like, with this, you can literally interact with Source Swap via Claude. And also we could do it via Cursor, because Cursor is also an MCP client.
Yeah, it's pretty wild how OpenAI doesn't yet support MCP servers in their desktop app. It's got to be coming, right?
Yeah. No, I agree.
I saw them make an announcement that they're going to start supporting it, but
yeah.
All right.
It really should.
Last 15 minutes here. Let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can do. Yeah. So we've got ways to raise the game's difficulty. No code, just design and implementation notes. So narrow a target window. Yeah.
Okay.
Faster forward speed.
Yeah.
Ring layout variation. It's even. Did I just
ring layout variation is what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Moving rings. Yeah, that's cool.
Bro, that's cool.
Obstacles.
Hey. That's sick. Turbulence.
Yeah, we could turbulence. We could add forward speed.
Bro, should we go implement all of this?
No, absolutely not. Let's just try to do the variable ring position or whatever it calls it.
So as it moving
number
rings?
three. No, number three.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I think it's the simplest.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Please implement everything
in
one shot. Thank you.
03 might be able to,
I mean, we could always roll it back, but we've only got 15 minutes.
No shit. So let's first.
We should, after we're done here, maybe we finish a couple other things up, but we should put this in an open source repository for other people to iterate on.
Bro, so true. Let's do that. We'll do that just before we wrap up. So let's do implement ring layout variation. We'll do it again. We'll get 3.7. You know what? I'm going to even say what I was thinking. Yeah, see how it's grayed out over here now?
Oh, that's 3.5. That's because it's 3.5. You can choose 3.7 above.
Yeah, but
but then it's there.
Yeah, now everything's not grayed out. It's weird.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's like a UI bug.
UI bug probably. Yeah.
All right.
What do you think? Do we further do a plan for
No,
Three.
I think we just send it. This has been so much better than using the Replit internal agent.
Yeah, I think we've only had one time where we had to revert, if that. It's been pretty good. Ooh, tilt. How much rings can be rotated in radians? Wow. Interesting. Wow. I wonder that's net new. I mean, that sounds a bit risky on my end. I'm not sure how I feel about this. We'll see what it does.
Yeah.
It might be genius.
Yeah, it might pwn us.
But it seems like it's gone. It's because it's added rotation as well. Is that specific? It was.
I don't know what.
Included. It was included. In fairness, we just didn't look at it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not hallucinating that. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see
what it looks like. We can always remove the tilted rings. I'm not sure why. Since we have a set Z position, like our perspective is set on the Z position. It's not like we're under or we're above the plane. Then I'm not sure if this tilting is going to work.
Yeah, it'd be interesting how it turns out. I guess what it does do is it makes it smaller. It makes it harder to go through, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see how it does it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's done.
Yeah, we'll see if it changes the angle of the face. Oh yeah, see, it changes the angle of the face of the ring.
Yeah. So 2, 3. Bro, that's pretty good, isn't it?
I would tell it. Did that count? No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. It didn't. It got it. It was accurate in that sense. That's pretty good, bro. I'm quite impressed.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'd tell it to spread the rings out just a little bit wider.
Well, it's random though. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Everyone's random.
Let's go.
This is good, man. I have no idea what these square things are.
No, I don't know. Let's see if we can get rid of that little UI weird down lower left-hand corner.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we ship it.
Can we ship it, bro? Yeah, let's do it. Let's just double check that the.
Play our game and earn our completely worthless testnet token.
I mean, the thing is, bro, maybe if we didn't work for Hedera and at Hashgraph, we could definitely make it, put it on meme job.
Yeah.
Like.
That's right.
I guess, look, it's open source.
Yeah. Anybody can do whatever they want. It will be.
Enough said. It will be open source, correct. So, okay then. So we've got that. Did it work? Yeah, it looked like it worked. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this controls thing in the bottom left. And I'm interested in seeing where. Let's accept that as well. That was good. It's all in the interface. Okay, so I think the whole interface is a bit dodgy. So the current interface while the game is active is dodgy AF. There are multiple components stacked over each other, which are blocking. Stacked over each other on the Z-axis. Give the layout refactor. Let's see how it does like this. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. Here we go. It's identified. Currently, there are several overlapping components. Oh, maybe it's because it's still running this. Hopefully, that's why. Yeah, it's realized that it's. Well, let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Accept. It is better. I think it's got 2 controls. Like, why is it?
Yeah, wait, get that out of there. Yeah, I would say get that middle one out of there.
Yeah. And then hopefully this ends. Okay, phew. Right, let's. There is a. Which one was it? It said.
It's the one with move. It's the one with a mute.
Yeah, so we'll remove the. Let's completely remove the centered instructions, and then debug information, added development and check for debug, assigns that to keep above this. So that's definitely one. I think this is the debug thing. Let's remove that debug.
Yep.
The debug. Swap that. Added above below notifications. That must be the location. And then over here, this is. I don't think we need this up and down bar, do we? You think?
No, probably not.
Because this. Let me double check that.
Yeah, we just get it cleaned up. It'd probably be good just to comment some of that stuff out. I mean, the frames per second doesn't matter, but we're running at 60 frames per second here.
Yeah, 60 FPS, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't play around. 60 FPS gaming, baby. Okay, so let's get rid of the height. Let's also get rid of the height thing in the top right. Can you still hear my typing, by the way?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, I've not got my headset yet. I mean, someone didn't order it.
It's in the mail, 2 weeks. It's like, when is this feature going to be ready? 2 weeks.
Classic. There's no excuse for a feature to be ready in 2 weeks anymore.
No.
2 weeks is not an excuse now. Okay, let's give it a try. I mean, it still has the outage. Let's remove that. The altitude thing's still there.
Do we need to accept it?
No, it's still, even in this state. Even in this day, it still should be correct. Simplify top bar, retain score game completion screen notification system. Remove the mute button. Remove the. There's still. I can. Frames per second component. A widget showing my. What's the word for your height? Your elevation.
Yep.
Remove these both. It might be that they're in a different component, you know? He doesn't. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Boom. Wow.
All right, this is probably the last shot for me. I've gotta get going.
Fair play. Okay, let's have a look at what it's done. Play again.
Whoa! Something happened there. It didn't. Our game over screen didn't include the Hedera stuff.
Do you know what? I think that's like I think that's sort of a. That sort of happens. It will show it now. Oh man, I'm getting quite congested. Yeah, it's like a weird for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I don't know. Where's the? Do we need the arrows? Do we need the arrows in the bottom left?
No, I think it's obvious.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
All right, one final shot. See if it can remove those little blocks.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. So, and I guess we've also got this, that we don't need both. We don't need the diamond and the whatever. We'll leave that for now. Let's go the final prompt. The final prompt. Okay, accept all. Great. Final thing we need you to do is remove these strange cubes which are appearing on the UI. I'm not sure where they are. We're not giving it much help here. Okay, the markers. Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah.
That would be it. Accept. Refresh.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, that's it. Man.
All right, well, let's.
Great session today. Great session today.
Bro. Absolutely
yeah,
amazing.
Absolutely.
Let me create a repo for it.
Okay.
And, we'll push all of these changes.
This is going to be under the Hedera dev or your own personal repo?
I'll probably just, what do you think? Personal?
Yeah, you got a Hashgraph Hustler repo?
No, that's a good idea though.
Yeah, I think we need one.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my keys hard coded in here, don't I? Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been awesome vibing with you, Jake. I got to get going.
Later on, I'm going to do this, then we'll wrap up.
All right.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming on, Ash, man.
Thanks for everybody for tuning in today. Had a ton of fun. We'll see you next Friday.
See you later, bro. Awesome. Appreciate Ash for joining me there. I'm just going to do the final bits and pieces over here, which is getting this all set up. You should be able to, let's add a comment up here. Should be able to use environment variables. I'm going to push this to GitHub, then we're going to call it a day. But yeah, this has been a very successful vibe coding session. Let's get over to GitHub. And let's create a new repo. We'll call it Hashgraph Hustlers. What's the name of the game? Aerial Skyscape. Okay, bash a totally vibe coded game live on Hashgraph Hustlers. Public, create repository. Do we have a README? I don't think we've got a README. There's a lot of stuff in here which doesn't need to be in here either. That can all be deleted. Git ignore. No, yeah, that's good. Bash. And there we have it. The first ever Hashgraph Hustlers vibe coded game. What a success. It's been absolutely awesome. You can clone this. This is, I'll make a post of this afterwards. You can clone this, get it up and running. All that you need to do is go into server, config, and just paste in your environment variables over here. You'll also need to, in the routes, we can refine this, but you need to update your token ID as well, of course. But besides that, thanks again, everyone who's tuned in. And thanks, Wyman. Really generous, really nice message. Appreciate that. We've done a good job. We've done a really good job. Big shout out to Ash for joining me. He's not going to be, he will be here again. This is definitely not his last time. And yeah, let's wrap it up here. Appreciate everyone's time. Bye-bye. Have a great rest of your day.
It goes like this. And it goes like this. Yeah.